Kayla, I met you in September of last year, so it's been about 5 months. How have you been since then?
I've been okay. I've I feel like that the state is hell, and I feel like at first I didn't really believe in God, and I just truly feel like it's not really the state, but it's like the people here are just freaking like soulless and heartless, and they just like depend on you, but like they don't really depend on you. They just fucking like they take your kindness for weakness, and they fucking rub it like everything in your face, like I don't know, just like I don't know, just how maybe it's just my life and my stuff. But I don't believe there is kindness from any of this family that I thought was family of mine, or these people, and it's like they just everything that happens here, and they think that like that's cool with me, or that I'm like supposed to be cool with that, and just because they're cops, they run and treat me like that. I fucking like I feel helpless in like Lakeview Terrace, and I feel like they didn't give me. I'm just gonna. I don't know what I'm talking about, but anyways, I don't know what I'm supposed to be talking about. But what else?
What else? So you've been having issues with your family? They don't support you, or what's going on?
No, well, no. I just feel like people are wiping out my family and taking my kindness for weakness. I never wanted to be a cop. I don't like cops. And there's this stupid series, and just because fucking my Ron Liberty father has a series or whatever, or was trying to, we just communicate on the series, and freaking these people freaking filmed all of us killing our families, supposedly. But really, they're just like hypnotizing, trancing us, and they killed Jackie Chan, and they're just using us like trances and hypnotism a lot, and fucking spells, and fucking these girls these days are like fucking putting their boyfriends in like love spells, and like just putting their boyfriends in love spells, and like just not really making a stand of it, like what they want. And
I see you have a notebook and a pen. What are those notes you take during the day, or?
yeah,
Okay. And have you been, so in those 5 months, have you gone to any type of treatment? Have you thought about going to treatment?
I went to a meeting, but that's about it. I want to go. I want to get it home. I mean, I just like. I was out in like my Marine freaking grandpa's ex-wife is a Marine supposedly, but she freaking like she just everybody just treated me like shit. For like my whole 3 years, it's just been just shit. I fucking had to have a baby out in the middle of COVID, and like thank God my boyfriend like stood up to my parents and like just built a hut in the backyard. But like technically we weren't fucking be able to do that. He wanted us out, and like, and now that like I found this house that is supposed to be Ron Liberty's, or like my Ron Liberty's fucking friend or whatever, that like we found the whole series of the people like lined up in a heart and saying Erica Liberty or whatever, but like we're like there's no Erica Liberty here, but even though the other part is like whatever, but it's like there's no Erica Liberty in the family. Why was she even coming to the house? And my dad's girlfriend moved next door, called the cops on me, and then freaking moved her grandma next door, and then moved like the Ben and Edna or whatever, or like myself or whatever. But like I feel like nobody's talked to me and tried to plan with me, but everybody seems to be in that neighborhood, and everybody's all friends with each other, and everybody's fucking perfectly fine, and like I don't feel like I'm in anything, and like so like she just like hypnotizes herself and my friends, and like she's like better than everyone, and like she could just keep wiping out our family, keep wiping out our family, and keep wiping. It's like I don't know how that's a game, or like, and she's supposed to be my cousin, or like they're supposed to be singers and stuff. But I don't know if it's really the squirrely lady and I'm just tripping or something, because it could just be Kenneth Cordell and fucking this squirrely lady that was in Voodoo that got shot in the head. Like, you know that movie Voodoo?
Yeah.
And how he shoots that girl in the head?
Right.
Well, like, she has, like, HIV or whatever, but they make this machine where, like, they could go in your body.
Yeah.
And, like, she's always in my body, and I don't know what she's doing, and, like, I don't want to, like, taking care of my kids. I don't even take care of my kids. Why the f*** is she taking care of my kids, but in my original footsteps, but, like, she's wiping out all my other ones, and she gets to live in all these places and all this stuff, and that's my magic, but she's living in all this stuff and doing all this shit, but I just don't get it. I don't get it how some go and do all that and fucking get away with it and fucking just rub it in your face like, oh, more family.
Kayla, have you ever been diagnosed with any like mental health issues?
I've been schizophrenic and autistic.
Do you take medication for your schizophrenia?
No. Well, not anymore, because I'm not really schizophrenic anymore. And I was never like SMI as a kid, and I never had a petition on me, and they still wrongfully took me to jail and locked me up for a year, and my mom died, and she was a cop, and nobody even seemed to notice or did anything. And my dad was just helping Rob but nobody knew about Tracy or about this girl or whatever, Melanie. And freaking, this girl just keeps sending bugs up my asshole and fucking, like, it's fucking gross right now.
Do you think you taking blues, does that help your schizophrenia, or does it make it worse? What do you think?
Taking blues? I think blues is good for, like, if you're about to psychotically break and it's a good downer, and like, it's a good pill to take when you're like really off edge or on the edge.
So you use it to help you feel better?
Yeah, and it actually helped me get off drugs, but I feel like more like skittish and just like I don't feel overwhelmed anymore, but I feel like I'm like starting to stutter my words more. But
Kayla, what does your future hold? Where do you want to be in the next 5 months? 5 months ago, I met you, and you're out here, and you're kind of in the same area. So, in the next 5 months, where will you be? What will you be doing, or what do you want to be doing?
I wish I could have a job, but every time I try to get a job, it's like it's unheard of. It's like it's not an option. It's something that you're supposed to do. I've always been like prosperous with my. I come into this relationship, to gain back from my father, and fucking this girl is just a pattern, and they all have like a song that like plays out to their lyrics and stuff, and then she just like thinks it's like fun to just wipe out actors and like it's the thing to do. I don't know what it is, but and I know it's just all about the money, but yeah. There's no producers, and there's only one now, and fucking you just wiped out the only one that was your real family, and you claim you are this family, but no, I don't think you're any part of this family yet.
What advice would you have for people that are being offered counterfeit blues? What would you tell them?
Counterfeit blues? I think that it would be better that way. I think that we should like have counterfeit
Fentanyl pills, blues. If somebody was offered blues, if a youngster, a young adult, a teenager was offered these pills, what advice do you have for them?
I think that he would feel really good. Or I think it would help him get off of methamphetamines. I think that sometimes like they're not too like just don't smoke too much, but like I just do like one or two. But.
Okay. So Kayla, thank you very much for talking to me. It was really nice seeing you after 5 months. Please stay safe. It's really dangerous out here. Okay. I'm gonna hand you a goodie bag. This is donated by one of my subscribers. It's all kind of different items in there that you could use. Toiletries and toothbrush, toothpaste. I think there's a blanket in there. Are those items you could use?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Kayla. We'll talk again, okay?
Okay, thank you.